today's lesson, we're going to be uploading a receipt and having it match to a transaction automatically without us needing to find and search for a specific transaction. If we have an old receipt that we did maybe months ago, weeks ago, we don't want to have to search through all our transactions to try and find it. We just want to take a picture of the receipt and have the software and the artificial intelligence do the work for us and have it find the image that matches the transaction details. It's going to look for the date, the merchant, and the amount to bind this information together and pair the two of them up. Let's get started. On my mobile device, I have the Vergo app here. If I click open, I can see all the transactions that I have that are missing in receipts. This is a great and easy way for your team to simply take pictures, code receipts, and have the technology do the matching and the binding for you. It's very accurate and it does a lot of the legwork for you. If I have an old transaction that I'm looking for and I can't really find it, all I want to do is have to take a picture of the receipt and have it match and find it itself. On this example, we're going to be using this top receipt here, but you can use any receipt that you'd like. I'm going to open up my camera icon here on the bottom right. And when I do, you are going to see that I can take a picture of this receipt, save it, and now I get an animation that our software is scanning this receipt. It's looking for the merchant. It's looking for the date. It's looking for the amount. This helps it find the matching correlated transaction and bind it automatically. So I can still add all of the information that I normally would here. A memo, a job, a cost type, any other information that I'd like. And now I have this new button at the bottom that says Automatched a transaction. Now I can do this without it finishing scanning the receipt. I click Automatched transaction. This is it submitting the receipt. It's sending it to the cloud. It's uploading into Vergo right now. And now that's working in the background to find the transaction for this Amazon Marketplace transaction I made on October 2nd for $97.98. If I refresh, I can see that it's already found its transaction. So it's already matched to the transaction here. If I click all, I can see that the Amazon Marketplace transaction has been bound with that receipt automatically, and they found each other. So without adding it and attaching it to a transaction, all I've simply done is uploaded an image of a receipt and it's done the work for me. If I hop into my dashboard here, I can see the same thing has happened. In the transactions tab, I can see that the Amazon Marketplace has job cost information and the receipt has been added to this transaction automatically. I also get a notification here that the receipt has been matched. And if I scroll down, I can see here the matched receipt. I can unmatch this receipt if ever necessary, if it's made an incorrect connection in a binding. And if I go into my receipts tab, I can see the receipt that I uploaded automatically with the date, the merchant, the amount. It scanned all that information with 99% plus accuracy. It adds the user that uploaded the receipt and the job information. A memo has been added, and the match status shows me that the transaction was auto matched. So when someone added an image and uploaded it to this section, the software did the work for you and it found the matching correlating transaction and it finished it and bound it together and it completed it. I can also see the scan status here of complete. That means the software was able to find a date, a merchant, amount, and close it out. And we have all that information here. So there are two ways where someone can add a receipt to a transaction. One is to add an attachment to the transaction by simply clicking into the details section and clicking the add receipt button. And the other way is to actually upload an image and have the software do the work for you of finding the correlating transaction for that specific receipt. And that's how easy it is to auto match a receipt to a transaction. In today's lesson, we went over uploading an image into our mobile app, having the software pull out the date, the merchant, and the amount, adding coding to that receipt image, and then clicking auto match to a transaction to have the receipt information find its corresponding transaction automatically for us. We also validated all of that information in our web dashboard so the finance team can see any coding information and make any corrections if necessary, review the receipt image, and close out and reconcile that transaction, that receipt faster.